Welcome back, Truth Seeker. In recent weeks, we've heard Donald Trump, members of Congress, and the NRA suggest arming teachers to keep schools safe. Following that mainstream narrative and the way the mainstream likes to play people like a teeter-totter going back and forth, we now get a story about a school teacher in Georgia who was armed, who just wanted to be left alone during his planning period, and then when the school principal interrupted him, he fired a warning shot through the window. And again, you learn the language of gematria. You can learn to see through how this propaganda is contrived, because that's all we get in mainstream media is contrived propaganda by the code of letters, numbers, and dates on the calendar. And I just want to start with the teacher's name. His name is Randal Davidson. Consider this story is pointing directly to the president, who's been the biggest face of the idea of arming teachers in recent weeks. So notice, the name Randal has gematria 50 and 112, as well as 23. Look at the name Donald. Donald, 23, 50, 112. These are our 4 base ciphers. We have overlap in 3 of the 4 base ciphers. Now again, his name is Randal Davidson. This is the name of the teacher. He's 53 years old. And look, it happened at about 11:30. How many times have I told you guys, when they contrive this propaganda, they love to use the time 11:30, symbolic of the Scottish rite of Freemasonry, because Scottish equals 113. Also a number of deception from the Talmud. But anyhow, the name Davidson, let's type it in and compare it to Trump. Davidson. The 88 really jumps out. We know that's the big Trump number, endorsed by 88 generals, September 6, 2016. Notice the 47 as well. The name Trump has this gematria of 88 and 47. 47 is a real big one with the government. In our base ciphers, government's 47, authorities 47, president's 47, White House is 47, D.C. is 47, Republican is 47, Democrat is 47. Comes from the Freemason compass, which is set at 47 degrees, as a tribute to the 47th problem of Euclid. But just notice, Trump, Davidson, they got multiple overlap in the base ciphers. That also means that when you write out Donald Trump, notice it sums to 138 here. Randal Davidson, 138. Consider this is a federal agenda. Federal, also 138. You see? A few other things that jump out. They said this man was 53 years old and this happened in Georgia. Shooting has gematria 44. Actually, I should show you this. Shooting in Georgia are both 44 and 37, right? But shooting, when you take into account the exception for S is a special letter, shooting can also equal 53 like his age. And the deal with S is it's the 19th letter. Reduction is using the rules of numerology. So S isn't worth 19, it's worth 1 in reduction, because 19 is 1 plus 9 equals 10, 1 plus 0 equals 1. It's the only letter you have to reduce twice. So 19 again is 1 plus 9 equals 10. S can also be worth 10. When S is 10, shooting is 53. So 53 years old, Georgia. The date of this was February 28th, 2018. That was a date with numerology of 48, as well as a date with numerology of 68. Just for the record, Donald Trump, 48 in reduction. Get rid of this one. And Donald John Trump, also 68. You see? And am I wrong about this? No, I'm not. The Apprentice is also 68. Notice The Apprentice is 211, which is the 47th prime number. Again, big number. For one last point about this school, it was Dalton High School. Dalton sums to 33. I'll just show you this. Consider that in numerology, 33 is the master teacher number. And here we're talking about a teacher shooting at Dalton. Dalton, 33 in reverse reduction, just like teacher is 33 in reduction. And again, Very important number to Masonry. Masonry 33, it has its headquarters in D.C., the House of the Temple, 33 pillars on the outside, each 33 feet tall. D.C., the land of the federal government, named after the 33rd degree Scottish Rite Freemason, George Washington. Secrecy 33, Order 33, Police 33. This story comes through the police, as they always do. By the way, with the 47s we talked about earlier, I should let you know that news is 47 and not coincidentally. But we have this Dalton school. This is in Dalton, Georgia. And notice Dalton, Georgia is also 223, the number symbolizing Masonic and Jewish gematria. 223 is also the 48th prime number. And again, it comes on a date with numerology of 48. And with regards to the media being propaganda, propaganda 48, false flag 48, hoax 48. The word Freemason equals 48 in Hebrew and in English, you know. Notice the Freemason 96 as well. Dalton had that 96 gematria. These are the people that control the agenda. Randal Davidson, 57. Something, I mean, I guess there really is always more, isn't there? Randal Davidson, 57. Just the same as Scottish Rite. 57. That's what's headquartered in D.C. Another thing I just want to touch on, we covered this. There was a Facebook live shooting on Monday, February 26th. They said the shooter was 65-year-old Douglas Cleveland Colson. The last Facebook live shooting was in Cleveland. With regards to the shooter being 65 years old this time, Facebook Live equals 65, so does Stevie Steve. So does Christianity. The Stevie Steve shooting was on Easter Sunday. From Easter Sunday to this shooting was 316 days later. Jesus Christ equals 316 in Hebrew gematria. Consider in the Bible, Jesus Christ has hair of wool, dark skin, a description of a man with African descent. Both of these shootings, a black man shooting another black man. Easter Sunday, it was a younger black man shooting an older black man, Robert Godwin Sr. Look at this, you guys. Jesus Christ equals 146. So does Stevie Steve, the shooter on Easter Sunday. And they renamed 146th Street in Cleveland Robert, watch this, Robert Godwin Sr. Way. And they did it on September 2nd, 9/2. Don't overlook the 223 either. It's always around this Masonic propaganda. With regards to the 65, this killing also happened in Wingate, North Carolina, which equals 313, which is the 65th prime number. Notice the 227 for the ordinal gematria. They said the 65-year-old shooter turned himself in on February 27th. Plus a whole lot more, you know. Just understand, you learn this code, you see through this propaganda and what they're doing. Not that it wasn't already obvious with Douglas Cleveland Colson. But then you decode and you just see how much more is there, you know. This Prentice Robinson, look at what day he's born. February 23rd, 2/23. This is the victim this time, you know. The other victim got the 223 street name. This came from the Union County Police. Notice Union County's 5454. This guy was born on the 54th day of the year. The story was he had just been to the police station and he was walking back when he was killed. That's what it is. It's a nation of propaganda. It's a nation of the authority exploiting the people. I have a feeling a lot of the times the people that they use in this are under some sort of blackmail or mind control or in some desperate situation, and this is their way to get out of it. Perhaps they're helping out their own families by doing this. You know, there's ways to get leverage on people. And something of the sort is obviously going on. So I'll link these posts down below. Probably won't do any more videos because I got to do a little more grinding to finish this thing right here. So just wanted to give you that for now, Truth Seeker. Until next time.